spent 100 hours, I drank 40 cups of coffee, and I walked 25 miles uphill in the snow across the entire Las Vegas Strip. Okay, all right, that's not true. But I did walk 25,000 steps. To figure it out, most people settle for the first crowded bar they see. They pay $20 for a beer and they watch the Final Four on a tiny TV from a folding chair. I'm looking at you, Plaza. That's not winning. The absolute best seats and the top networking spots at Vegas are limited. They get reserved sometimes weeks in advance. If you don't know exactly where to go, you'll be stuck on the sidelines in a crappy seat. So, follow my definitive top 10 March Madness Sportsbook power ranking. Tested, reviewed, and ranked for you so you can skip the amateur hour and secure the best seat in the best house. Because Vegas is such an easy place to get to, with direct flights from every major city in the country and most international capitals. It's a great place to meet up with friends and colleagues. So my top three picks aren't just great to watch a game. They're actually great places to network and meet up with friends and family. Okay, get ready. You're about to own the bracket. Let's do this. If you want to go to Vegas and you want to know what the best sports book is to go to, stay tuned because we're going to get there. Number 10, you got New York, New York. This hotel is trying hard to remind you of New York. It's got a great exterior that looks like New York City. The interior tries to bring in the networks. What it could use is like being able to bet on like MetroCard machines, or the jackpot machines could be MetroCard machines. That would actually make it cooler. But at any rate, the sports book here is trash. This is a sports book intended only for people who are such degenerate gamblers that they really could care less about anything else. It's terrible, frankly. It's terrible. Now, the one thing that they do have that's pretty nice is a good sports bar right next to the sports book. And I guess they figure we'll have our degenerate gamblers over here in the sports book, and then everybody else will just go over and hang out in the sports bar. So that's kind of the way they do it there. Number 9 on this list is the Plaza on Fremont Street. And really, the Plaza on Fremont Street probably should be number 10. I mean, it is on Fremont Street, which is kind of cool. It's down there where neon signs go to die, and there's Elvis impersonators, and there's, people breakdancing and all other kinds of stuff. You can watch people zip line over your head. And so, so there's all of that there too. But this is definitely a sports book, again, for people who are in Gamblers Anonymous, and this is the absolute only thing they care about. And this place doesn't even bother to give you a decent sports bar. But it does have bigger screens and more places to sit than New York, New York, so it's got to come out ahead of New York, New York. At number 8 is the MGM Grand. And this is a tragedy, really, that it's number 8. It used to be the best sports book on the Strip, by far. It used to be that. It isn't anymore. Now it is a shell of itself, and basically almost not even worth going to be honest with you. But what they said is that they used to give out tons of free tickets there, and then the homeless would come in and they would do all the drinking because the tickets get you free drinks. Number 7, Planet Hollywood. Well, what can you say about Planet Hollywood? This is one of these hotels where they spend a lot of time being a mall, being a nightclub, being a fever dream. Like, they don't know what they're doing. And the sports book is in the midst of all of this. And, it's fine. It's a very fine sports book, pretty big screens. You're not nothing to write home about, right? But decent. Number 6 is the Bellagio. Now, Bellagio, you're going to meet really nice people. I've met some great folks there, good drinks and cocktails. But the problem is they put stupid frames around the screens trying to make it look nicer or something. What we really want is just to be able to watch more sports. And so it kind of limits the size of the screens and your ability to watch sports. One good thing about this spot is you could pay $100 to have specified, sit there all day, and you get that $100 in food and drink credits. So that was pretty cool. Then I would say the Flamingo. Again, perfectly lovely place to watch sports. There's an area just for us, who want to just sit there all day and watch sports. You could pay for reservations, or you can sit for free, and there is a whole nice first come first serve area. This is, sort of classic sports book. Harrah's at number 4, not very different than it. I might be, in fact, like as you look at the clips, I might be confusing the two. This is kind of the Toyota Corolla. It's more the Toyota Camry of sportsbooks. It's not going to blow your mind. It's not going to bankrupt your soul, but you feel like, okay, they're doing the job. They're doing this well. This is going to keep going. This is pretty good, right? Then you have the Cosmopolitan, and this is such a great hotel in almost all other respects, right? Like it's one of these things where the building is like chic and trendy and smells like cologne was sprayed on just piles and piles of cash. The Sportsbook is smaller and it's kind of divided into two different sections and has this whole vibe of being like sort of an outdoor roadhouse, which is totally contradictory to the rest of the hotel, which is sort of this glamorous upscale experience that they try to create you have. But, the food wasn't expensive. It was pretty good. They had lots of big screens. Again, met nice people. On college football Saturdays, they had a first come, first served seating area that had good views. So it's number 3 on the list. Number 2, this is a great sports book, is Caesar's Palace. Plenty of places to sit. I was there. I didn't go for either football on Saturday or Sunday. So I can't really speak to how it worked then. But I was there on Friday, watched Major League Baseball. For that, you could sit wherever you wanted. Great, comfortable seats, good service, friendly people, to place your bets with, who explained how the process worked for those of us who don't actually understand how to bet. It was great. It's majestic, it's sprawling, it's filled with TV screens that are larger than, like, seriously larger than some apartments. And, it's fantastic. It's also very close to the club there. So if you're there at night, like we were for baseball, you might see, whoever, the fancy people who are going out to the club while those of us are just sitting around watching sports and drinking. And then there's the Westgate Sportsbook. This place, really, it's the SuperBook. I think that might be its actual name. It might actually be the Westgate SuperBook. And if that's its name, it is appropriate. This is the holy grail of Las Vegas sportsbooks. It's unbelievable. It's big, it's bright, it's amazing. It's got plenty of seating. It's got plenty of first come, first serve seating. It's got plenty of reserve seating. It's got places to eat. It's got massive screens. And then they're so good at sports book life over there at the Westgate that they turn Barry Manilow's theater into a whole separate place where you can also watch football or baseball or basketball or whatever your thing is. It is a great place for sports. I highly recommend the Westgate. That's my number 1 spot for sports books in Las Vegas. So if you're going to Vegas and you want to find the best sports book, to me, for the money, that's got to be the Westgate. That's it. We've separated the winners from the losers. If you're going to survive the madness, you need a strategy, and that starts with the right venue. Because let's be honest, the best deals aren't always made in the boardroom. They're made when the energy is high and everyone is relaxed. Choose your location wisely. Of course, you can get the complete list and some great places to eat, etc., all on my Milanote, which, on this channel, we try to do that. We don't just expect you to remember what we said in the video. We also provide you with all the links and everything. So subscribe and hit the notification bell icon because upcoming videos are traveling to different March Madness cities. In case you're going to be doing that, stick with us. Let's get to work. Talk to you soon.